Hello viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode today, I'll be giving you latest information regarding Canada immigration, especially for those of you that are out there that are yearning for this information. So I will bring it to you at your doorstep. So you want to hang on tight, stay tuned, as I'll be serving you the latest news update on Canada immigrations. Hang on tight. Alright viewers, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are outside Canada. I actually created this platform just because I know the meaning of information. I know people are yearning for information, and especially those that are outside, they can't get this information. That was why I created this platform. So if peradventure this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please do me the honor. Please click on the subscription button. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And for our returning viewers, thank you very much for believing in us. Alright, so let's get into the topic of discourse. So I'll be starting off with the latest express entry draw that was done on March 8th. Express entry draw was done on March 8th, but the only but there is that those that were invited were only geared towards provincial nominee. So it is not an all-encompassive draw. Only those that applied through provincial nominee were invited, and the CRS score was 739. 671 people were invited. The CRS score was 739. So once again, let me use this opportunity to say congratulations to those that were invited, and for those that are still in the pool, I just want to wish you good luck. So what I'm trying to say is that when you go by the CRS score, which was 739, so that means that the least person that was invited had 139. Don't forget that for you to be invited through the provincial nominee, you will be allotted additional 600 points. So if 739 was the least of the CRS, then that means if you deduct that from 600, that means the least person that was invited had 139 in the CRS pool. So what that simply connotes is that, please, if the express entry is not working out for you, look out for provincial nominee. Apply for provincial nominee. Virtually all provinces and territories that we have in Canada operate what we call provincial nominee. That could be a pathway, that could be an avenue for you to come into Canada. Next on my news is that IRCC just informed us now that they are trying to expedite family reunion, and as a result of that, they are bringing in more. They are trying to employ more staff so that they can actually meet up with the backlog of application, especially for spousal sponsorship. I mean, so many people 1 year going to 2 years now, they've applied to sponsor their spouse to come into Canada, but they haven't gotten any feedback. So IRCC just updated on their website that they are trying to recruit more staffs just to expand their work so that they can actually treat more files. So all I just want to tell you is that IRCC, they know about this delay, and they are doing everything they can in earnest just to make sure that they resolve this. So just hang on tight and let's hope for the best. Anytime soon, things will be expedited, and you could probably invite your sponsor your spouse to come into Canada. Alright, so now let me address international students. Do you want to come and study in Canada in the year 2021? So I made bold to tell you that if your plan is to come into Canada to study this year, and you're looking at September 2021 admission, what I will advise you to do is please start applying for your school admission now if you haven't done that. I mean, it is very important you do that because courses are getting filled up very fast. And let me tell you something. In Canada here, there's an allotted, for a particular course, there's an allotted number of people, students that will be in a class. So that simply means that once the school gets that particular number of people that have applied to be in class, then they will stop accepting people for that particular course. Take for instance, you want to come into Canada to come and study economics for your master's or whatever, and the number of class size is 50. So once they can get 50 people to apply, then the rest will be kept on waiting list, and before you know it, the admission will be closed. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if you plan to come and study in Canada for the year 2021, either in a university or college, please start applying now, because some of the courses are already filled up and you can't even apply for September 2021. And if you miss the September 2021, that simply implies that you have to wait for January 2022. So what I'm just trying to advise is that start going online and applying for those courses now, because once you do that and you get the admission letter, the next thing for you is to start thinking of how you apply for visa. You need a lot of time to do that. So that is why it is important for you to start applying now. Alright, so let me quickly run through the provincial nominee. I mean, don't forget I said earlier on that provinces are, if you are finding it difficult to apply for express entry, you can apply for provincial nominee. That's another pathway through which you can come into Canada. So let me quickly give you an update on some of these provinces that did their draw, what the draw was, and how many people were selected. On March 3rd, Ontario invited 126 express entry candidates to apply through the French-speaking skilled worker. So if you're a French speakers, you can speak French fluently, you can apply for that in Ontario. That's an avenue for you to come into Canada. On March 3rd, Alberta announced the result of a draw of February 16th, in which 159 express entry candidates were invited with CRS score as low as 352. Normally in express entry, they cannot pick 352, but you can see Alberta picked someone with as low as CRS score of 352. So guys, please go and apply for Alberta provincial nominee. On March 2nd, British Columbia invited 418 candidates to apply for the provincial nomination through 5 streams of the BC-PNP. A separate draw was held only for NOC 0621 and 0631, which invited 26 additional candidates. I don't know what that NOC code, what job description is, but please go online, check it, apply for the British Columbia provincial. On February 26, Manitoba invited 207 candidates, including 5 express entry candidates, to apply for the Manitoba provincial nominee. I can keep going on and on because virtually all these provinces, they do provincial nominee, and that's an avenue for you to come into Canada. But what's the only but there is that when you come in through a particular provincial nominee, take for instance, if Manitoba nominates you, that means you have to live in that province. And if Alberta nominates you, you have to live in that province. But that doesn't mean anything. You are still in Canada. So please go online and start applying for that provincial nominee. Alright viewers, do you understand what I've said today? Do you have any question? Is there anything that is mitigating you from creating your express entry profile? Is there anything that is debarring you from applying for your study visa or for your student admission? Are you having any problem with applying for this provincial nominee that I just said? Please ask me those questions in the comment section. And if you applied, you haven't gotten any feedback, you haven't heard anything, drop it in the comment section. I will be glad to read those questions. And if you enjoyed this video, please once again hit on the likes button. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I just want to beg you, click on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. Till I come back to you again on this YouTube channel, stay blessed, stay out of trouble. See you in my next video.